Hello, it's Jang here with a look at a LEGO Elves set. This is Skyra's Mysterious Sky Castle. It comes with 808 pieces. The way this is designed, this is intended to be the front entrance to the castle here and part of the front wall. And then everything behind that is mostly representing the interior of the castle, except for the rooftop areas, including the balcony and the grand portal up above. This entrance archway is done as a separate assembly, so you can place that wherever you want it to go. You can angle it differently. You can kind of fold it up even if you want to have some of this just in a smaller area. Makes for a nice little display for a figure in the middle of there. These are intended to be vines, which you have to get to open up. You have to bring the correct element in order to be able to open these up, and then that is going to grant you access inside. On the main structure in the center is a large archway with plenty of space to walk through there. You can enjoy the potted flowering plant in the center, and there's also a painting up on the wall, and that's a stickered piece. Over here to the right is a spa area, a natural spa with a waterfall that's coming down from above. And if you're Naida and you have the water magic at your disposal, you can make the waterfall move off to the side. You can stop the flow of the water, and then you can go inside of there. You can just enjoy it. You can kind of just bring it down to a trickle. You see this is all water down here. Nice little lily pads that are built on the side. It's kind of magical looking, and inside of there you can see various products, because like I said, it's a spa, it's a natural spa. So you've got some beauty products in there, some shampoos. This is a little bar of soap off to the side. You can also enjoy some fresh fruits that are in this nice clear dish over on the side. On the opposite side of the castle is the area dedicated to the fire element, and that's where you've got the natural oven that's powered by a lava flow coming down the back. And you can actually open up this oven. It's got a really nice build to it. You can see just how it glows on the inside of there, and you can cook up some fresh cookies. This is also the spot where you can open up the magical spiral staircase to get you up to the second level. But before we go up there, just very quickly, they do have a nice little table set with some stools where you can just sit and rest a little bit during your journey before you move on to the next level of it. And there are a couple of strawberry smoothies that you can enjoy just for refreshments. Continuing on up to the second level, this is where you find Skyra in her throne, or on her throne, which is a little bit awkward given that in the Elves mini little animated series, or the mini movie, her throne is actually on the right side of the castle, so I don't know why they didn't match those up. But the throne has a nice little build in there, not too complex, a little bit of studs on the side construction, some transparent purple pieces, some nice clear pieces, and one single sticker at the back there representing the backrest. That looks really nice. The fire emblem up above is obviously referencing what's going on down below underneath, where you've got the oven section. In the center, you've got a really nice balcony here, and this is kind of the final send-away area where you can place all four of the magical keys, one from each element, into the correct slots. And those are all included. You don't have to collect those from the separate sets. Those are all included here. And then you've got the magical portal here, which is a nice build. We'll look at this from the back as well in just a second, but just want to show the rest of the details and the decorations going up towards the top, including that nice crystal right there in the center. Now you can turn each of these keys once you place them in there to kind of represent unlocking the full power of the portal. However, you can see that those don't actually do anything. However, there is an action that allows you to open the portal to allow Emily to physically go through as the mini doll, and that's this right here. This knob can be turned. There's a geared mechanism that's buried under there that you have to build up yourself, and when you turn that, look at that. Oh, that's amazing. Nice little iris action. Now the portal doesn't look so great from the back because of the colors. You've got black pieces and a lot of dark brown, and also some yellow, some blue, just some kind of miscellaneous colors around there, but it still kind of looks like magic. Just how exactly is this working as I turn the knob from the front? Well, the knob is geared down only to just this one part right here. So it's only moving this leaf, if you will, of the whole thing. Everything else is just moving from gravity and friction. You see, you only need to move one thing and then everything else will go. This right here is being allowed to drop, which allows this to drop. This is being pushed up, which in turn pushes this, which in turn pushes this. So just one thing is actually hooked up and everything else just works in unison. It's a beautiful and really brilliant little solution to how to do this in a simple way that's easy for you as a buyer of the set to build. The last area of the castle is over here on the right hand side of the second story. So you get another spire there in the center with the water element symbol up above representing the spa area below, but this is a little bit more dedicated to wind and air, and you can see that you've got the owl. We'll look at that up more closely, and there's also a little spot where you can write a letter right there, and it's got that really great little clear piece that's new for 2015, and it's perfectly sized to hold a mini peg, so not something the size of a normal bar, but smaller than that. Anything like the accessories that they do for friends' hair pieces. Also, this piece right here is used as a plume or a feather in hats. Anything like that is perfectly held, and it makes for a perfect little scale inkwell. Last thing about the castle on the whole, in addition to being able to fold up this little front area to make that into a smaller space or to close it up, you can also fold the side wings of the castle, so you can bring them out just a little bit farther. They don't go a full 90 degrees, but it just kind of changes the shape of it a bit. You can also bring them in like this if you want it to be a more flat area. You can even put this over here on the side just to kind of make the whole thing look wider, make it take up more space, and just change the overall kind of feel of the space that's occupied by this. It's just a little bit of a shame that it doesn't look nearly as good from the back as it does from the front. Looking at the figures, on the far left is Emily, of course, on the far right is Naida, and in the center is the figure that is exclusive to this castle set, that is Skyra herself, with her staff there, and she's got the softer type of cape piece in the back that I feel is just a nicer feeling piece. However, all this up here that's supposed to represent kind of the plumes around her shoulders, this is the older style, kind of like the smaller shawl pieces on Naida and Emily. So these can kind of get crinkled up, and you can see that they can bend and hold their shape, whereas this main cape back here is able to just kind of flow a little bit better, and I think will last longer. They also have nice little decorations that are kind of cut into the bases of them, and you can see those on all three of them. All nice figures and really good ones to get. It would have been nice to get more of them, but certainly all of the figures have been available in other sets, other smaller, more affordable sets up to this point, except for Skyra. So she was obviously a very important one to include here. Note the really gold details coming up, kind of the wing style details behind her ears. And speaking of golden wings, here is Golden Glow, the Pegasus, with those nice great eagle pieces that have been recolored into gold as the color. Those just have such a wonderful shape to them. Look at all the complex curves, how it's curving in many different ways at the same time all throughout. Nothing simple about that mold or those molds. It's just mirrored from side to side. Slightly different color for the print on the tail and the mane here. It doesn't exactly match the wings. I think it actually looks a little bit nicer. It's a little bit brighter, a little bit more metallic, and this is all just exclusive to this particular character here. And you can make the wings go up farther, and they're just so beautiful. The shapes of those feathers, everything about it is all good. And you can also flap these all the way down. You can bring them all the way down, and if you want to, you can also take out the centerpiece. Make sure that the clips holding the wings in place are still secure, and then Skyra can actually ride her Pegasus, like so. She has to be standing up. She's not able to sit down in there, but that's a pretty good look, especially with her staff there and everything. I think it kind of balances out. I like that. Last up, here's Nasha, the owl, with an exclusive print on the front. Nice large eyebrows, but nothing else to see from the back. Just the rest of kind of the way that it's all molded together, and that just fits anywhere there's a Lego stud standing up, so you can attach it in all kinds of different places. So this set represents the grand finale of the first chapter of the Elves series, and in that sense it's kind of bittersweet. I think that they've done a very nice job with the entire series, especially with the new colors that they've brought in for existing parts and also new molds and new pieces. They've just brought together some really nice combinations of things, and this set I think does a good job of approximating what it's trying to be. It actually adds in extra play value beyond what's seen in the animated mini-series. Obviously it's not a full castle in the sense that, you know, it's not several times this high and it doesn't have at least 4 walls to it and such, and that's just because they couldn't build something that's huge and actually put it on the market, because nobody would be able to afford it. It would cost thousands of dollars probably to make a proper large castle set. It would have so many pieces and it would take days to build the thing. So I think that they've done a nice job here of bringing in the important recognizable elements. The portal is really, really great. I like being able to turn the keys. I like being able to watch that, again, kind of iris effect, and I like how simple it is too to put together. So a nice combination of, again, colors and also play value. Let me know what you think about the set by leaving your thoughts in a comment down below. I appreciate your feedback, and I hope to have a chance to talk to you again soon in the next video.